true. Let's we could head back, start cooking this metal, and then we can work on getting RGs.
Oh, it's
then,
a level 95 Pteranodon though.
We also need a snow owl.
Do they spawn on the center?
I haven't seen them on the center.
I want to say I don't think so. I think because center is technically like just an upgraded version of the island.
Yeah, because it's non. Center is non-canon.
Yeah, it's like Ragnarok and
Dude,
Valguero.
I can't wait for Fjorder to come back out because those Fjord Hawks were awesome.
I've actually never played. I didn't play Fjorder when it released. I had stopped playing by then.
What was the last map you played on ASE or like DLC map?
I think I played a little, like a slight bit of Genesis 2. I didn't care.
Ooh.
I didn't care too much for the two Genesis maps.
I like Gen 2 better than I did Gen 1.
I will agree. Yes, I did not like Gen 1 at all. Not with the way they had the way it was set up was just so fucking like weird to me.
Yeah, like you had the lunar biome, the ocean biome, the swamp, like that. Just
Yeah, and none of them were connected to each other.
No, they're like little bubbles, kind of like a shittier version of Extinction.
Ew.
I will say I liked Extinction. I actually did not mind Extinction the way it was set up because you had like those like safe areas of like the actual like biomes, but then you also had like that like no man land is pretty much like in between it all. So they were still technically connected, but they were so there was still a connection. You didn't have to teleport to each one, which was stupid.
Exactly. Another one that I like so like if I had to pick 3 maps period that I will always play, it would be Fjorder, Lost Island, and probably Val are my 3 favorite maps.
See, I didn't play Lost Island and I didn't play Fjorder, but mine would be wow, why can I not think of the name of it now? Because it was like one of my favorites, and it was canon too. It was the map before Extinction.
Scorched,
Aberration. So my favorite for Aberration was my like that one. Just overall, like with everything they did to it for it, Aberration is like my favorite by a landslide. If there's an Ab server, I will play on it.
For me, like while it is a good map and really well done in my opinion, holy hell, do you get turned around and disoriented quickly?
Well, yeah. That's what it was made for, because it was literally nothing but a giant cave.
Yeah, exactly. I think my favorite creature, like all the little shoulder pets, yes.
Oh yeah. Definitely.
But my big favorite creature would definitely have to be Ravagers.
Oh yes, dude, those are my favorites. So on my on the server I used to play on, I actually found out a really interesting mechanic for breeding Ravagers.
Go on.
So you know how they're able. You may have figured this out though, because you said that you like them too. So you know how like a lot of people like will build like breeding pens for them.
Yeah.
So this was before they redid the whole mating thing, where you had to actually have them like on wander for them to mate.
Yeah.
So what you used to have to do before they changed it to where you can just put on mating, you had to put them on wander to mate. And what most people would build were like breeding pens.
Yeah, let them wander around in a pen.
Yeah, and then or they'll set them up on a setup and have the eggs just drop for them. Well, Ravagers were very interesting for breeding. Okay, so you know how they're able to climb on zip lines.
Yeah.
Okay, you could put them on a zip line, put them onto wander, and they wouldn't move.
I did not know that.
Yes. So what you and on top of that, you know how like they could actually turn upside down on them?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could put one male and like around like 3 to 4 females. Like so you put like your males like underneath, and then you put like 4 females, 2 on each side of the male, on the zip line, and like you literally just let them go.
Huh. I wonder if it will work on ASA.
It probably will.
Sorry, I heard
Well,
the
it
carnage
will
and had to
because
stop and look.
because they've changed the mating to where you can just now enable mating, so you don't have to have them on wander. So like you can literally just set them up. But yeah, I found that out in the group. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be so much better. This makes it so much easier because like you could put like all you had to do was put up walls and literally zip line wall to wall and then hop up on them, and there you go. As long as they weren't following you, they wouldn't move, even on wander. They were literally the easiest tame at the time to breed because of that mechanic, that really weird mechanic.
That's kind of cool.
Interesting.
Alex has rediscovered the stickers on my stream.
I will say, meeting y'all has been really nice because I haven't fucking touched ARK since my fiance passed. And well, technically I haven't touched it since she really got sick. For the most part. Because like that was like it was our game. That was like something like we even met playing.
Yeah, like to an extent, I get that, and Yam can, testify because he's been helping me spread the word about my daughter.
Yeah.
Her mom. So my current fiance and I, our anniversary for dating is Halloween.
Oh, nice.
And my daughter's mom passed away right around that time, and so October of 2023.
Oh, yeah.
So I've been, for a little bit, she wanted to just stay there, which I get, closer to her mother. And, but she finally told me she wanted to move out here to Texas with me. So I've been between living and paying bills and paying for a wedding and everything else. On top of that, a lawyer. Dear Lord, it's expensive. I've gotten it down from $5,000 down to like $1,300 left. I have left to pay the lawyer.
Getting there.
And some of it's helped with GoFundMe. Some has helped because of Steven's or Yam's stream.
Oh yeah.
And so, but like, dude, I totally get it. Like, I love video games. I will play just about any video game. I may suck at it, but like,
same here.
The reason why I gravitate towards ARK is it's heavily grindy and it's mind numbing. Like, once you learn the mechanics, you just grind and grind and grind. And like my fiance, she left the house with her friend one day to go out and do whatever girls do. And she comes back 8 hours later, and I have a house like the one we have here built, and that's all I've done. Like, I've gotten up to use the bathroom, eat, but all I've done was sit here and grind it out ARK.
Yep.
See, and that was how my fiance was. That's how she was too. Was like, dude, I'll have to send you a picture on what she like 90% of this build was done before we even got to Icarus.
Nice.
And it was one of those ones where it was the Castle Keep mod.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. We were using that mod for literally the whole build, and you know
Nice.
how and with you knowing that, you know how much stone goes into each piece.
Right. And that's
all
why
the,
I like the
all the
Vikings.
stone for that was done by hand by her. Like it was gathered by hand before we even got to do Icarus. Like 90% of it.
Yeah.
And
That's one reason why I like some of these mods, like the Viking or the Dwarven Builder, because, yeah, you're going to need a fuck ton more resources, but it looks so nice when it's done.
Right.
Like, if we find the right map, I would love to do, like, a whole-ass Viking village,
You'll want Ragnarok then.
Oh, yeah. Well, you could do the same thing with Fjorder too, because they have
Oh well, yeah.
in ASC they had one that there's a couple of base locations, like how ARK likes to put pre-built buildings in there.
Yeah.
There's one. You really don't have to do anything, or you didn't have to really do anything in ASC except block off a couple of spots with like a gate. But it looked exactly like Helm's Deep.
Ooh.
Okay.
I would nerdgasm all over that. Just saying.
Then there's like there was another one, like it's in the lava cave, and you get past the lava and everything, and there's a room in there, and there's like a water source, but plenty of room to build. We called that the Mines of Moria.
Oh, nice.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I have the trifecta of nerdism. I like Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, and Star Wars.
Oh fuck yeah.
Oh.
Like who like.
And Doctor Who.
I started watching Skeleton Crew last night.
How is it?
I would say the acting is about as good as the Acolyte.
See, I haven't watched Acolyte yet.
So, you remember the old animated Treasure Island movie, but it was like space pirates?
Yeah. Dude, Treasure Island's like one of my favorite movies along with Atlantis.
Right. So I would say Skeleton Crew is essentially a Star Wars ripoff of Treasure Island.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Treasure Planet is the one that I'm hoping
Treasure
for
Planet, yeah.
for a live action.
Yeah.
See, I don't know.
I was so very disappointed in Skeleton Crew, and they're not even done with the series yet. And like, I don't know if it's just the actors that they cast, but like the four main characters are kids, and they can't act for shit. Like they have potential, and I don't expect,
So it's
children to be great
it's a
actors.
Mickey Mouse Club. It's the Mickey Mouse Clubhouse version of Star Wars.
Kinda, yeah.
So it sounds like.
It was just very disappointing, and like having a droid that talks like a pirate, and like all the pirates dress like pirates, and I'm just like,
Do I not have any?
No, I don't like this. It kind of hurt my heart a little bit more than the Acolyte hurt my heart.
Like, and there's a lot of shows coming out, whether it be Disney or Cartoon Network. Like, I don't care, but where I have issues is when they try to make it a political speaking platform for no reason.
Yeah,
and that's why
There
him and
was an
Hog,
episode like
like
that on. Hold on.
I know I think it was Acolytes that had a lot of that. And I'm not knocking what they're trying to say or portray, but at the same time, stop. I'm
Yeah,
watching this for entertainment. I'm not watching this for a political reason.
right. Like I watch
That's
movies and TV shows to escape reality, not jump right back into the mess that is life right now.
prime example. Like Black Panther came out, I didn't watch it for like 2 or 3 years afterwards.
It was a
Right.
good movie
Just
though. Like it was a good movie. I was surprised how good of a movie it actually was. I even watched the second one.
So the first one I
it's
loved.
same.
The second one I was kind of on the fence about, just because of Chadwick Boseman's passing. Like it was
Oh
just,
yeah,
it was so hard for me to like.
I think
Like
it was
they
hard for a lot of people.
right, and they did an amazing
But
tribute to him.
Oh yeah, they did.
but
I was
give
actually
it
really
props.
shocked.
Yeah,
I give it props because they followed the comics. Because in the comics, T'Challa passed away and his
Right.
sister took up the mantle. So I applaud them for sticking with the comic, which
Mm-hmm.
I know is hard to do.
Oh yeah, it really is. And
Prime
it
example,
actually,
look at Ryan Reynolds in Green Lantern.
oof. Yeah.
we don't talk about that movie. That movie doesn't exist.
Just don't make
What
the
movie are you
super
talking
suit
about?
green or animated.
Like what movie are you talking about, sir?
Blue Pocahontas.
It's like that's like we don't talk about the DBZ movie. It does not exist.
All right,
Or
Alex,
the
have a good
Airbender
night.
movie.
I need to make a fridge.
I need oil.
I
I need
have
trilobites.
so the
Are
beach
there
we
oil
were
and gas
just at?
veins on this map?
So what?
there are not.
Are
So
there oil?
Yes, there are some oil veins, but most of them are going to be underwater,
um
like very deep in the water.
most
Which means we can't do the oil derrick.
yeah, so this map was created before they came out with the
Scorched Earth.
oil
Yeah.
drill. So you can't use it here.
Yeah, Center was technically like the second map ever. Second. It's the first unofficial map, but the second map that was officially added to ARK. Like the ARK devs allowed it to be like just a server that you can get on,
Right.
or a map you can get on,
So
besides the island.
the beach that we're on to go get metal, that's a good spot to find trilobites here.
Okay, cool. How you have a fabricator and stuff, right?
I do have a fabricator.
Yes.
How much? Mm-hmm.
Where did I put my pearls? There they is.
How much polymer do you have?
None.
I don't know. I'm working on making a fridge right now.
Because if you have polymer,
Let me check one of my preserving bins. It might have survived.
if you have polymer, I can make a chainsaw, and we can definitely get like all the oil we need, all the chitin we need to remake more cementing paste.
Okay, so my organic polymer
And
that I
pearls
got
to
did not
get-
survive overnight.
Oh, fuck.
How far are we from the penguins?
Pretty far.
From here, pretty
They're-
far, yeah.
I don't say yeah. They're like technically like on the other side of the map.
Yeah.
Like, so if you look at your map, it's the far left side of the map.
Yeah, you'll see like a blue speck of water on the far left side with an island in the middle. That's where the penguins are.
Yeah.
And
But there's also
obsidian.
Spinos there too.
Also that too.
I mean, we can say YOLO and just go for it.
We could, yes.
But you're actually more than likely gonna easiest way to get that kind of polymer though is actually from what are they called again? It's a bird.
Are you talking about the
Swan-looking things.
Yeah, it's like the little. It's not Pelagornis. It's Hesperornis. I believe it is.
the Hesperornis?
Yeah,
Yeah, I haven't seen them on this
Where?
map yet.
they're
I know they're here. I
Oh,
just
actually-
have not seen them.
actually. Where is the closest river?
Um,
All we gotta do is just go literally up river.
it's not far from here.
All right, back to the boat.
Let's grab food. I'm currently out.
Oh yeah, same here. Thank you for reminding me that.
So my
forgot that
preserving
I
bin
was-
here in the corner. I have a ton of food.
That's me in the corner. That's me in the spotlight, losing my religion.
So we're also if we want to start getting like firearms and stuff, we'll definitely want to take a quick
Yes.
Trip.
Other one. Yeah.
over to the fire island or to the volcano
So-
island.
I also here. Check this out. In here. So I started filling up these 3 storage boxes and the one to the immediate left of the smithing table with stuff I got from drops last night after I got done building this house.
Oh fuck yeah! Oh, that gunpowder's gonna be so good.
Some gunpowder, some bullets. Like, we only have 233 of the advanced bullets.
So the biggest thing you'll want to, for like taming stuff, is you want like these simple rifle rounds,
Uh-huh.
but
And-
turning them into trank darts.
Yes. All
I
right.
will take this
So,
ramshackle pipe though. I will take.
yeah, any armor or weapons in there that y'all want, feel free to it.
Like, we're all the same tribe.
Oh wait.
Yeah, if there's anything like specifically I had in mind to use, I would say something, but so far I have no dibs on anything.
Yeah, that's kind of like what it's like. Anything that's on you is like yours.
Hmm.
Like if it's in a box like out in the open, it's usually like an up for grabs unless you like have a specific room that you've put together, and it's like
that's why I like
in that said room.
That's why I like making bedrooms. Is so you know, I can keep, you know, stuff that I made personally for me or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't built like a bedroom or anything that would be used to keep my stuff private, but yeah, for Meow, especially like bottom floor storage crafting areas, unless I say I'm working on something, don't take it. Everything's up for grabs if you need it. All the food, materials, whatever you need.
Oh, short on.
I am working on a fridge, and then I want to work on the industrial grill.
Yes.
Okay, so here's something that there's a lot of like even people who have played ASE have not done, and I don't know if you guys, Mac, you may have, and I'm not sure you may have just from playing with Mac, Yama. Have you guys gotten into the cooking side of things?
I've
So
dabbled in it with
yeah.
ASE, not much with ASA.
Okay, that's why, like I said, there's some people that don't have no clue that it even exists.
Yeah,
Like,
you're talking
they
about
make
like
their own like food recipes.
Yeah. You just gotta throw in like blank paper and some other stuff. I'm gonna go AFK real quick, use the bathroom, I'll be right back.
okay. We're gonna start heading to a river here.
But yeah, most people don't realize that like that part of the game even exists because it's something that's not in the open.
Uh-huh.
So it's one of those mechanics that unless somebody has told you about it and shown you how to do it, you wouldn't come across it.
I would say then I don't currently know about it.
So what you can do, okay, so is either in the I think you have to make so instead of a fire the campfire, there's a cooking pot
Right.
that
I
you
know
make.
that.
Okay, and then you you have to use a you have to create a blank piece of paper. So
Okay.
normally it's like a note, like you just make a note. But you don't write anything in it. You can't because it'll automatically come up. It's like, hey, you want to write something in it? You cancel that. You just
Right.
have the note. You hold your option for the campfire, and it'll bring up a radio menu, and it'll say add note.
Right.
You'll add the note, and then all the stuff that can be put, like that could be eaten. So berries, meat, um, like pretty much anything that's edible
Right.
at any point can be added, and depending on what you put in and how much of it you put in determines a lot of stats.
Yeah.
So
Then
like, some of them will increase like health regen, and stamina regen, but also but depending on if it's a food or a water, or like because there's food items and then there's like drinkables.
Mm-hmm.
So you have both. The food will replenish hunger, and then the drink items will replenish water. But it just depends on how much of certain items you put in determines how much of like health, stam, and then like food or water gets increased.
Interesting.
And also depends on how much weight those cooked items become. So the recipe is only like a 0.1, so it's like a blueprint.
Right.
But depending on how much of certain items you put into them determines how much the final weight of each of those items you cook are.
Oh, interesting.
So like the lowest I've ever seen is like 0.5 pounds. And then on top of that, what most people don't realize is your crafting skill. The higher it is, the more stats you'll get out of it. Similar to how your blueprints are.
Okay.
So blueprints go off of your crafting skill as well. So like if you have like a 120 blueprint and you have a high enough crafting skill, you can actually make the blueprint like up to like a 140. Or
now,
like,
if your crafting's too high though, it just becomes mute. So I found out like between 180 and 200 is like the sweet spot for having like the perfect crafting skill. Kind of like
and
42, about
and then
6 to 10.
Yeah, and then on top of that, there's also a food item you can make, which is I think it's the focal chili, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
That'll also increase your crafting skill as well, just from having that. So yeah, most people will like it when they go to do like mass crafting on like blueprints and stuff. They'll actually respec pretty much just crafting skill and nothing else. Maybe some weight, but even then, because you're using a smithing table or whatever table you're at to craft.
One thing I love too is like the industrial cooker. If you have it set up, and you dump a bunch of berries. You dump a bunch of berries in there, and it will automatically, especially with ASA doing the automatic crafting thing.
You can just constantly make colors and stuff.
Oh yeah,
dyes, the actual craftable foods. But what's nice is you can actually go in and disable the auto crafting.
Yeah.
To where you can, because it'll just craft whatever it wants, and if you're wanting certain things, you have to actually like force it to make those items.
Yeah. Then another one too is you're gonna have to correct me. It may be a mod, but there's a mod out there to where if you have a bunch of Deddy boxes and stuff, if you have a crafting